Before your video call with your students, you will want to get familiar with the Teams interface. So when you are ready for your meeting, you can just click Join. You can decide if you want your video and mic on or off to start with. When your video is on, you can choose to blur the background or set a virtual background to have a little bit of fun in your class. Now that you're in the meeting, you will see a toolbar at the bottom of the screen. The first two buttons allow you to turn off and on your camera and mic. There is a More Options button that has some different settings for you to take a look at during your call. Some of the useful features here are the turn on live captions and turn off incoming video. Live captions are a useful tool for those students that aren't able to have their audio turned on while they tune into class, and just to help make things clearer in general. You can turn off incoming video if you don't want a bunch of distraction when your students are joining the call at different times. To share the class with your students later or to keep a copy of the lesson for yourself, you can record your session at any time. Being able to communicate with your students while you're teaching online is a necessity. So the chat feature found here makes this possible for your students to ask or answer any questions that they might have. So this helps bridge that gap from what would be happening in the classroom to what's now happening in these online classes. The last tab is for showing all the different participants that are in the meeting. You can invite others here also and see which of your students have their audio muted or not. Being able to share your screen is an integral part of an effective live class. With Teams, you can share parts of your screen, the whole desktop, and even directly open PowerPoint or other Microsoft files just right in Teams. Usually you will just share the whole desktop so that whatever you do on the screen, your students are also going to be able to see. When you begin sharing your screen, you will see a toolbar appear at the top, along with a square here at the bottom. In the square, you can turn on and off your video and audio, and stop presenting or end the call. You will see a member of your class in the square. If their audio is turned on, it will be whomever is speaking. You can move this screen around or just minimize it so it doesn't block any important information. In the top bar, you have the option to pass control of your screen to another person on your call. When you are done presenting, just click Stop Presenting here. You can also share Microsoft Whiteboard because it's integrated right into Teams. So if you need a blank page for brainstorming, problem solving, or just any other further explanations, you have one handy. The whiteboard that is integrated in Teams is just a scaled back version of the Microsoft Desktop Whiteboard application. If you want to use the whiteboard at full capacity, you can just open up the whiteboard application on your Windows machine and then share your screen from there. And to help with this, we wrote a short article about all the best ways to use Microsoft Whiteboard because it can get a little bit overwhelming. So feel free to check it out. When you are done sharing, you can just click Stop Presenting and your video will resume at full screen. The ability to connect with your students at any time is a huge engagement feature for Teams. Creating a virtual background, chatting, and screen sharing are all features that Teams has to help with this. And Microsoft doesn't stop there. Soon they will release some new features, like the ability for students to raise their hand during the class, and they'll have a participant report so that teachers can see who was in their meeting and when they joined or left the call too. With all these features, Teams makes it easier for this to happen while you are navigating through this new teaching period of video conferencing. Again, I'm Sarah from Aikano, and thanks for watching.